Let's cross now live to our correspondent Nicole Zedek, who is standing by for us in Sderot in southern Israel. Nicole, confusing reports coming out about a possible hostage situation. The IDF is active at the moment on the streets in Sderot. What can you tell us?
It is active. In fact, we are actually being moved right now by the Israeli army because this is a very active scene and we need to get in the car as we're talking. So I'll continue to speak with you. However, our cameraman has to come in here as well because there are only certain areas we are allowed to be with in such an active situation. We actually just left a bomb shelter here in Sderot because we heard more explosions overhead and we had the red alert as well. And so as we're getting in the car, you can see that we're being transported to another area. We're still in the area of Sderot. Cars lining the streets here that have been continued to just be pushed away from the road because of different bullet holes riddling the area. So as we are leaving right now, as I said, there's just certain areas that we are allowed to be because it's such an active situation. So as I'm looking through the fields right now, there are just clouds of smoke billowing above these fields because so many active explosions currently happening in the area. We are also hearing different gunfire right now. I can hear gunfire in the distance as well. So there is active fighting. And that's why it is such a tense situation on the ground, because there are active terrorists in the area, and the Israeli soldiers are continuing to look for these soldiers who have infiltrated Israel on various fronts. We know that there are various different holes in the security barrier on the Israel-Gaza fence. However, we also know that the Israel defense forces are also looking into the possibility that there are tunnels that some of these terrorists were able to infiltrate to as well. I'm not sure how clear these images are, Batya, but the earth in some of these places is just completely charred from some of these different fires and explosions and rocket attacks that have been happening. So it continues to be a very, very active scene. You can see the fields that we're driving through, and these are the same fields that the Israeli security forces are searching through right now, actively combing the fields, combing the streets. We're actually passing by a very graphic scene right now. Some casualties from Israeli forces. So terrorists. Those are terrorists on the ground right there. So this is exactly what we're seeing. That's probably likely the gunshots that we heard. So you could see dead bodies, dead terrorists here in Sderot right now as we're driving through the fields in the area. These are some of the terrorists that continue to infiltrate the area, and we do have we are being cut off now, but that's the latest updates on the ground now, Batya.
Nicole, thank you very much for that update. Our Nicole Zedek, correspondent in Sderot in southern Israel, being moved by the Israeli military because of an ongoing situation there with the infiltrations. I'll tell our viewers that we did cut from the image earlier of those terrorists on the ground because of graphic footage. But again, you can just see just how difficult this day is for the entire of Israel.